Hillary Clinton is nothing if not a savvy politician, refusing to be drawn into the latest scandal about her emails, not even addressing the issue in jest while at a major fundraiser Tuesday night, instead teasing her possible presidential run. Some people are determined to use an old adage for Mrs. Clinton: you can run, but you cannot hide. Welcome back to Midpoint, Republican Texas Congressman Blake Farenthold. Congressman, thanks for being here.
Good to be with you again.
Congressman, let's go ahead and use that. You can run, but you can't hide. Let's get right to it. Should Mrs. Clinton now, if indeed this was proven that she hid emails, should she now excuse herself from becoming a possible presidential candidate?
Listen, as a Republican, I would love to see her run for president. She's got so much baggage right now that should be easier to beat, I think. She's got Benghazi. She's got this. She's got the false story of getting shot at as she was getting out of a airplane. She and her husband don't play well with the truth, it looks like.
But Congressman, even with all that, even with everything you've said, plus this email, she continues to lead by huge margins in the polls, if indeed she was to be the Democratic nominee. So how can you say that you'd love to see that, because all the polls say she'd win?
Well, you also haven't gotten a Republican candidate or a Democrat primary candidate out spending hundreds of millions of dollars educating the public about it. Listen, the people who watch Newsmax and read Newsmax are at the cutting edge of knowing what's going on in the world. A lot of people, it doesn't bubble through until it makes Entertainment Tonight.
Well, we certainly hope that we can get it out well before E.T. does at this point. All right, so let's get right to it here. In your opinion, is this arrogance? Is this simply just, gee, we forgot? Where does this all sort of fit into the narrative now, these emails?
Oh, she's got to know better. The White House protocols on email have to be something that she was familiar with from back when Bill was president. There's no way she didn't know about the requirement that this email be archived. Heck, it's just been in the news recently with the Lois Lerner situation.
What is she trying to hide, Congressman?
Well, the best possible spin on it is she didn't want to carry 2 BlackBerries. But I think the truth of the matter is that she wanted to be able to have some email that other people didn't read.
Okay, let's take that then to its next logical conclusion. In your opinion, then, what is she trying to hide, and what is she trying to make sure that people don't read?
Yeah, listen, you can speculate all you want about it. I mean, it could be anything. You don't know what people are going to send you in email.
Do you think that there is a direct connection, though, here with Benghazi?
I think it's something that the committee is looking at. They had the information on these emails before it broke in the New York Times, and they were continuing to investigate it. I think had they not thought there were further leads, they would have made it public. Again, that's just me speculating.
Sure, that's all right. But does this then tell you and your fellow congressmen, your fellow Republican congressmen, that no matter how much some of the mainstream media may make fun of what's going on with regard to Benghazi, and they just kind of shovel it away and say the Republicans are wasting their time, does this then tell you, this email issue more than anything else, that you have got to move ahead because smoke and fire have got to come together sooner or later?
Listen, there is definitely smoke in Benghazi. There are dead men in Benghazi, and that you just can't ignore that. And this email just adds fuel to the fire, if you will, that Hillary Clinton has something to hide.
Is it not fair to say that there's a little bit of contempt for transparency working here as well?
I don't think contempt, maybe hypocrisy, definitely.
The hypocrisy, though, but you think she would know better, right?
Again, I don't believe for a second she didn't know what she was doing when she chose not to use the State Department email.
And that's going to have to be the last word on this one, because I'll tell you, we're going to continue to follow this, but it's a story that continues to grow. Congressman Blake Farenthold, always a pleasure to have you on the show and get some opinions, my friend. Talk to you soon.
Even more fun being on with you. Thanks.
There you go. Take care, Congressman. All right. And again, Hillary Clinton's own staff has said many times in the last couple of days, last 24 hours actually, that Mrs. Clinton broke no laws. However, we should point out that according to some research that we have seen on the Federal Records Act passed in 1950, according to the basic language there are many legal scholars who would agree that, yes, Mrs. Clinton did break the law. More to come. Midpoint third hour on deck. Has Benjamin Netanyahu's plea to the American Congress already backfired? Anyone want to wager what will happen if and when the Supreme Court strikes down a key line of Obamacare? And telling it like it is this hour.